Traffic cop, guys. We're gonna do a traffic cop. The first one was an introduction video where we played as a patrol officer doing our first crime. We did 3 crimes, so we solved that, and now we ended at this section where we left off. Let's start. What's up, guys? How you doing today? My name is Danny Kiss, also okay. And we're doing a traffic cop, detective. A traffic cop is pretty much a cop. Well, a uniform with a suit. Pretty much. A detective is the same as a cop. So we're gonna play as I'm good. That's good. So we're gonna go talk to the widow.
I'm doing poop.
Well, soon to be widow. Guys, want a wild goose chase?
Just a minute.
LAPD, Mrs. Black. May we come in? We have some bad news, and we'd rather discuss this in private.
I'm Margaret Black.
May we come in?
We can discuss this in the living room.
We'd rather discuss
Please come
this
in.
in private.
I'm Margaret Black.
May we come in?
We can discuss this in the living room.
Your husband drives a blue Lincoln, Mrs. Black?
That's correct.
The car has been found
So
abandoned,
if you haven't
and
played this
there
before,
are signs of foul
and
play.
then the main killer does die, but I'm not gonna say who it is. So one of the killers do die in this game. And then it's a very sad. All I'm gonna say is a very
Does the
sad
name
ending.
Insta Heat mean anything to you, ma'am?
So if you haven't watched that,
Yes, it does. We've just had
I'm not
a
gonna spoil it for you guys.
installed.
Whereabouts, Mrs. Black?
Just outside the kitchen window. At the side of the house.
I'd like you to try and stay calm and remember everything that you can about last night.
Hello, so glad you can join us today on Zombie Slayer 3. Please be respectful and don't buy their scam or you will be banned. Thank you. Support. Don't forget
Guys,
to
we're not
like and
actually.
super
I'm gonna look
show
around.
Zombie support and subscribe if you are new to my YouTube.
Wait a minute.
CHANNELHTTPS://www.youtube.com/CHA
Perfect match.
https://www.youtube.com/channel/zombiesleyerking live.
To my Adrian. This thing gets more and more interesting.
But this can be a different process. So I'll play this on Wednesday and Thursdays.
A used ticket to Seattle and a suitcase gone missing. Someone couldn't wait to get out of this house. Kavanaugh's. So who brought this home? Maybe Adrian was a patron. R&I should have an address. Operator, message for KGPL.
now.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Putting you through now. How can I help you?
Operator, message for KGPL.
I need an address on a Kavanaugh's bar.
Putting you through now. Detective, one moment.
I need an address on a Kavanaugh's bar.
Corner of Aliso and Hewitt. South side of Union Station.
The new merch is Leopard Champ. Check it out. https://timeyurl.com/488hn5am.
This was only recently installed, not 2 days ago.
Maybe it's time we took a look around outside.
No use leaving the thing half finished. That can't be right. So the pipe missing from Mr. Black's heater is the same one that killed him. Huh. Seems like the assailant is a little closer to home.
I'm all right now, detectives.
We found a receipt in the trunk of your husband's car for a live pig. This receipt was made out to an F. Morgan.
Adrian runs a tool business. That would be Frank Morgan. God knows what he's up to.
What makes you say that about Morgan, ma'am?
He's the foreman at my husband's plant. A very shady character. I told Adrian he needs to keep his distance from the staff. They're always out drinking together.
Was your husband wearing his glasses when he left here yesterday?
Yes, he just bought a new pair.
That's a lie, Margaret. You know exactly what pair he was wearing because you were there.
You're being flat out ridiculous now. Why don't you show me some proof of where I was supposed to be? If I was there, at least I'd know what happened to him. But I don't, detective. And you might not care. But that is the most terrible feeling.
Did your husband tell you where he was going last night?
All he said was he was going to meet Frank for a drink.
But you knew where he was really going because you told him to meet you at the rail yards. That's where you jumped him. How did you hide the body?
You have an overly active imagination, young man. Do you have any proof of that allegation? My husband is missing. You say he may be hurt, and the best you can do is berate me? You're a poor example of a man.
Tell us about the photo of Adrian in the bedroom.
What's there to tell? It's from his most recent business trip to Seattle.
What was the purpose of Adrian's trip to Seattle, Mrs. Black?
He was meeting with some distributors. Adrian said that it was important to make contact interstate if he was going to grow his business.
Your husband frequents Kavanaugh's bar?
How did you know that? Adrian practically lives there after work.
Your husband would rather spend time in a bar than be at home with you, Mrs. Black. And that makes you angry.
Yes, it does make me angry. But I know my place, officer, unlike you.
I think you should come clean with us, Mrs. Black. Your husband is missing, and after our search, I'm willing to call the circumstances suspicious. Can you account for your movements last night?
You're not accusing me, are you? Oh, what an awful thing to say. I was here all night, of course, waiting for Adrian to come home. What an awful thing to say. I was here all night, of course, waiting for Adrian to come home. What an awful thing to say. I was here all night, waiting for Adrian to come home.
Is there anyone who can vouch for that?
Well, no. I was here alone. I cooked Adrian's dinner and waited, but he never came home.
Our job is to find out what happened to your husband. Your lack of cooperation can only hinder our investigation, Mrs. Black. Can you drive to this one?
Jesus, I'm glad to be out of there.
Mr. and Mrs. Black don't seem to have the happiest home life.
He's too scared to divorce her, and she's too much of a shrinking violet to throw him out. If this hadn't happened, they could have stayed miserable together forever.
You think she could have killed him?
She sure as hell doesn't seem the type, but stranger things have happened.
Hey, I know you.
No, you don't.
Waitress.
Looking for someone?
Should I get another spoon?
You know Frank Morgan?
Sure. Frank's your regular. He's a loner in the back.
That cherry pie was delish.
Frank Morgan?
Who's asking?
Where's that goddamn
Cole Phelps,
waitress?
LAPD. I understand you're a friend of Adrian Black.
Yeah, I know.
Where's that goddamn
Are you aware that he's missing?
I understand you're
No,
a friend
I hadn't
of
heard
Adrian
that.
Black.
Yeah, I know.
Where's that goddamn
Are you aware that he's missing? I understand you're a friend of Adrian Black. Yeah, I know.
We found Black's car abandoned in a freight depot, covered in blood. Do you know anything about that, Morgan?
We found Black's car.
Oh, no.
abandoned in a freight
I'm sorry to hear that. I like
About
Adrian.
that, Morgan.
He's a good boss.
Please, don't tell me you actually believe this jerk-off, Phelps.
I'm sorry to hear that. I like Agent. He's a good boss.
Don't tell me you actually believe this jerk-off, Phelps.
Sorry to hear that.
You're lying, Morgan. You were there.
And you're talking out your ass, detective. How about you prove I was out at that rail yard?
You're lying, Morgan. You were there.
And you're talking out your ass, detective. How about you prove I was out at that rail yard?
You're lying, Morgan.
You were there, Morgan. We found a receipt in the trunk of the car. It has your name on it. We can call the slaughter yard and nail you.
You were there, Morgan.
All right already. That fool Adrian's fallen for some dame in Seattle. He wanted me to make it look like he'd been attacked. Adrian's fallen for some dame in Seattle. Wanted me to make it look like he'd been
Where exactly is Black holed up?
No idea. I think he took off for Seattle.
I'm tired of your shtick, Morgan. Spill it, or we take you out in the alley and we knock it out of you.
He's holed up at my place. He's waiting for some money to come through before he blows town.
An address?
It's an apartment house at the corner of Temple and Figueroa.
Cop.
I think that's all. Thanks for your help, Morgan. We appreciate it.
Hey, I'm just glad I could help.
Thanks for your help, Morgan.
I love cops.
Cuff him, let him go. It's up to you, Phelps. There's no way I'm writing this idiot up.
There's something funny about the clam chowder.
We didn't like
Does the chicken come with fried tomatoes?
really do anything. We did help out.
I've met some pretty good liars in my time. People who sound convincing because they actually believe their own bullshit. Huh. The type is clever. Hard to catch out.
Frank Morgan is not one of those people.
No, he is not.
KGPL calling car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Message from Technical Services. Blood found in the abandoned Lincoln at the PE Freight Depot is not human. Repeat, not human. Compositional analysis reveals swine as the most likely match.
Roger, KGPL. Time to reel this guy in, Phelps.
All units, officers help. Major 415, 1624 West 3rd Street, 1624 West 3rd Street. Any unit to handle code 3, identify.
Let's check the place out. Come on.
Apartment 2.
Apartment 2.
Help you, gentlemen?
LAPD detectives, Mr. Black. You're under arrest.
Look, I'm really sorry about
Mr.
this.
Black,
I never tried to hurt anyone. I just needed to get away from L.A.
Really sorry about Mr. Black.
I won't put up the
Never tried to hurt
struggle.
anyone.
Just let me get my things.
Get away from L.A. Really sorry about Mr. Black.
Knew it. Phelps, go after him. I'll try and hit him off in the car. Remember, the gun is the last resort. Phelps, go after him. I'll try and hit him off in the car. Remember, the gun is the last resort. Phelps, go after him. I'll try and hit him off in the car. Remember.
Help you, gentlemen?
LAPD detectives, Mr. Black. You're under arrest.
Look, I'm really sorry about this. I never tried to hurt anyone. I just needed to get away from L.A. I won't put up a struggle. Just let me get my things.
I knew it! Phelps, go after him. I'll try and head him off in the car. Remember, the gun is the last resort.
There's no point running, Adrian. Mr. Black, get back here right now.
Stop right there, Adrian.
It's over, Adrian. Why not just come clean with her, Black? Why the melodrama?
I thought it would be easier.
No, it just got a whole lot harder. Adrian Black, you're under arrest for conspiracy and fraud. We'll see what the DA has to say about wasting police resources on a wild goose chase like this.
You're gonna lose your wife, lose your job, and probably end up in the big house. I hope she was worth it, Adrian.
That turned out to be quite some case, huh? Adrian, what an idiot. You got an arrest and a clearance in your first case, and in fine style, too. Well done, detective. Efficient investigation technique, good public presence. You keep that up and you learn from Bukowski here. You can go a long way in this department. Keep that up and learn from Bukowski here. You can go a long way in this department. Keep that up and learn from Bukowski here. You can go a long way in this department. Okay, we're gonna keep this short. I'm already late for the DA. First up, Phelps, Bukowski. We got a report of a brand new Packard abandoned in an empty lot off 2nd Street between Olive and Grand. PR is one Oswald Jacobs says the vehicle was dumped in his backyard. There's a patrolman on site. Get down there and see what you can turn up. Any questions? Good, get going.
Better go earn our pathetic wages.
Rimsky, O'Halloran. Intelligence has information on a stolen car racket.
An abandoned vehicle. We catch all the good ones, huh, Phelps?
Sounds like there's more to it than that. Nobody dumps a shiny new Packard unless they borrowed it without asking.
You don't say. You're on fire today, Einstein.
Very funny.
Come on, my intense protege. Let's go save the world.
Continue to respond.
You hear about Adrian? The broad in Seattle threw him out. The wife says she's gonna take him back.
Women generally show more compassion.
What are you talking about? Adrian dumped on her. He was humping the secretary. Margaret should show some pride.
Pride comes before a fall, Bukowski. Talking from experience.
All units, officers help. Major 415, 1624 West 3rd Street, 1624 West 3rd Street. Any unit to handle code 3, identify.
I want to jump down.
Phelps, traffic.
I'm Officer Houlihan. Car's down the alleyway, detectives.
We got a call about an abandoned vehicle.
Yes, sir. The car has flags. Might be some kind of diplomatic vehicle.
Has anyone touched this vehicle since you arrived?
No. And that Jacobs bird over there was on station before I got here.
We'll talk with him in a moment. Give us some time to look the place over.
Sure, take your time. He's a sore-headed old son of a bitch anyway.
It's owned by the Argentinian embassy.
Empty.
Combination wrench. Must have used it to remove the wheel lugs.
Probably nothing.
Stealing the wheels is for amateurs. A car ring would have stripped it in a warehouse. Cole Phelps, badge 1247. Could you run the name Dewey Brothers? Possibly a dealership or car mechanics workshop.
One moment. Dewey Brothers Packard Dealership, 629 Figueroa Street.
Got it. Thanks, ma'am. Oswald Jacobs?
That's right.
What exactly happened here, Mr. Jacobs?
Last night, I was looking out of my window. I like to keep an eye on what's going on.
I can understand that.
You see this empty lot? Damn kids play stickball here. Always breaking my windows. Always asking for their ball back.
Can we get back to the car, Mr. Jacobs?
Don't be impatient, Sonny. Anyway, last night I see this brand spanking new Packard up on bricks.
Did you see who stole the Packard?
Hell yes, I did. I saw 3 goddamn Mexicans going to work on it.
Did you see who stole the Packard?
Hell yes, I did. I saw 3 goddamn Mexicans going to work on it.
Can you tell us what they were doing?
Using the headlights of an old Ford so they could strip the thing. I yelled out to them, "I'll call the cops." So they loaded up their car and drove
What's
off,
up, Kelly?
tooting and hollering and yelling obscenities at me in Mexican.
You speak Spanish, sir?
No, I do not.
After the Mexicans left, you didn't go anywhere near the car?
After I scared them off? No, I didn't go anywhere near that car.
You went out to the car.
What's up, Kelly?
Once they were gone, you had to take a look for yourself.
I was curious. Ain't no law against that. So what if I took a look around that car? You can't be accusing me of nothing.
Tell me about the car they were driving.
It was an old Ford.
You were drunk?
Not much, just stressing.
What's with the smoke screen about the car, Jacobs?
You got better information about that vehicle than I'm giving you? You better use it. I'm about done jawing with you thick-headed sons of bitches.
What exactly did you see them take?
They was working on the tires. That's all that was took.
Right. So what did you take, Jacobs? Do you want my partner to pat you down?
I found a notebook in the glove compartment. I was going to show you. It's on the chair on my porch.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Jacobs. You can speak to Officer Thibault about signing a formal statement.
When you get the car out of the way, maybe you could come back and do something about those kids.
Well, how about we bring you an umpire's mask?
Okay, so we have the owner of the vehicle, a degenerate.
Hello, so glad you can join us today on Zombie Slayer King. Please be respectful and don't fight or scam or you will be banned. Thank you.
Contact details on a William Dewey. This looks like business rather than pleasure. Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you put me through to Michigan 2458, please?
Connecting you now.
Can you put me through to Michigan 2458, please?
Hello, can I help you?
Put me through to Michigan 2458. LAPD, ma'am. Can I speak to John Madsen, please?
Can I help you? He said school officer.
LAPD, ma'am.
What's this about? Is he
Can I
interested?
speak to John Madsen, please? How old is your boy, ma'am?
Just turned 16.
Wrong person, Mrs. Madsen. Sorry to disturb you. Any messages?
There's just one message for you, Detective. A four-door Packard, diplomatic license number Paul Robert 706, was reported missing this morning by Juan Francisco Valdez.
Could you have him brought in?
He's already here at Central, Detective. He's demanding an audience, as he calls it.
Thanks. Can you get a message to Captain Leary? Tell him we'll be in as soon as we can. Thanks. Can you cordon off this lot until we have the vehicle impounded?
Yes, sir, Detective.
We'll follow up on the owner. Get a statement from Jacobs, and I'll read your report back at the station. You know the way. You can drive.
This has got to be the 50th abandoned vehicle call we have caught this year. One more, and I'm going to go crazy.
Not your favorite cases?
You kidding me? This is barely even police work. Of all the bad guys in this city, we get lumped with the ones who can't even be bothered to keep what they steal.
Do we have a Juan Francisco Valdez in for questioning?
Sure do, Phelps. Your bird's an interview, too. And get this, he's wearing gloves and doing his best not to touch anything. Can you beat that?
Sounds like we don't want to keep this guy waiting. It's this way.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
About time. Are you the senior officer I requested?
I'm Detective Phelps, and this is Detective Bukowski.
Have you any idea how long I've been waiting to speak with you? I am needed back at the consulate, and you keep me here like a common criminal.
All right, friend. Let's take a deep breath and start all over again.
Mr. Valdez.
Consul General. I insist on my full title.
Where did you purchase the car?
My secretary and driver.
Like and shared.
A
Thank you.
disreputable place, Dewey Brothers by name. As soon as I can have it arranged, I will have my Hispano Suiza brought up from Buenos Aires.
Bought a Packard, Valdez? A snob like you doesn't drive an American car. I want answers or I'll smack you around the teeth.
William Dewey offered me a substantial bribe to make a purchase at his establishment. It is not unusual to make this kind of transaction in the civil service.
Well, tell that to the Argentine taxpayers.
Consul General, we have located your car. Can you tell us how it was stolen?
It must have been stolen from the consular garage. Terribly inconvenient, of course. I want the perpetrator soundly flogged.
Unfortunately, we don't do that here, Your Worship.
You didn't use the car last night?
For dinner, yes. But it was back in the garage by 9.
We'll be in touch, Consul General. Finished with Valdez.
Thank God. I'll get rid of him in a couple of hours.
Thanks.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Mr. Valdez moves in some peculiar circles for an international bon vivant.
Ah, English, please. See, this is why nobody invites you out for drinks.
It's just very industrious of him to be so involved in matters of consular transportation.
All right, you're making it worse now. I think what you're trying to say is that lover boy in there is as full of crap as a Christmas goose.
That as well.
Don't tell me, let me guess. You were making your way past the lot, caught sight of the new model four-door, and couldn't help yourself. You could see yourself in that car and just had to take a closer look. Well, I can't say as I blame you.
LAPD, Mac. We'd like to speak with the owner.
That's me, William Dewey, proprietor, at your service.
We're investigating the theft of a Packard belonging to the Argentine embassy. Are you missing a combination wrench?
I don't know, Detective, but I know how we can find out. Follow me. We keep all our tools in here.
Mind if we look around?
Be my guest. You sure you guys aren't interested in a new car? Huh? Maybe a used car. I have some nice used cars for guys in your wage bracket.
Why don't you give us some alone time, Dewey? Go sell some cars or whatever it is that you do here.
You.
One left. That's not right.
Hello, buddy.
Gabriel Delgado is missing a 3/4.
What's up, Ginger?
Doesn't tell me.
Hand green crystal ball. Hand green crystal ball. I am good, my friend. How are you? Face red heart shape. Face red heart shape. Same here. Sweet. Hello, so glad you can join us today on Zombie Slayer King. Please be respectful and don't fight or scam or you will be banned. Thank you. Face purple smiling fangs, face purple smiling fangs, face purple smiling fangs.
Favored by foreign embassies. How do you know Valdez?
I don't know Valdez. The embassy bought the car. All I know is he must know a quality car when he sees one.
Wife. Subscribe to https://www.youtube.com/@jessicapicahart 3834 https://youtube.com/@jessicapicahart 3834 C equals RVVKVB0SSU07FQHF. The new merch is here, PogChamp. Check it out. https://tinyurl.com/488hn5am.
Address, Dewey, or my partner shoves her head in a car door.
Okay, all right. Apartment 3, 103 Hill Street.
If you are enjoying the live stream and you want to see more content, hit the subscribe button.
I'm gonna kick his butt from here to Kingdom Come.
A wrench from this dealership was used to strip the wheels from a Packard last night, Mr. Dewey. A couple of Hispanics were seen taking parts.
We've had a spate of thefts ourselves. Comes with the location. Thieving bastards to steal anything the minute your back is turned.
Stop lying to me, Dewey. The thieves work for you.
You can't prove that. Go ahead and try. Like I said, my tools get stolen on a regular basis. You don't want to believe me? I'm not going to say anymore.
We'll be keeping an eye on you, Dewey, and spreading the word that you don't like to cooperate with the LAPD.
We really ought to take more time over the Packard, Phelps. Let's head back to the empty lot.
You can drive. You read this story in the Examiner about the Navy developing three-dimensional movies?
What's a dimension?
You know, like a graph. Vertical axis is Y and horizontal is X.
Well, that's clear as mud.
Third dimension would be Z. So things will be popping out of the screen.
Oh, that's ridiculous. You'd scare people out of the theater. Who in God's name would want that?
I don't know. People scoffed at the idea of talkies in color, and look what we have now. Okay, let's see what Gabriel has to say for himself.
I just hope our Archangel hasn't already flown.
What the hell is this guy doing?
Yet.
Face purple smiling fangs, face purple smiling fangs, face purple smiling fangs, face purple smiling fangs.
You understand?
Yes, I understand. Could you come inside?
What is your name?
Ana Rodriguez.
Is Gabriel Delgado here, Ms. Rodriguez?
No. What do you want with Gabriel? Is he in trouble?
Stay where you are, Ms. Rodriguez.
Hello, so glad you can join us today on Zombie Slayer King. Please be respectful and don't fight or scam or you will be banned. Thank you.
So how far along are you?
Nearly 20 weeks.
Right. So how's it going to be when you go into labor and he's not around?
You are wrong about Gabriel. He will be a good father.
Difficult to tell whether it's the suspect vehicle from the scene.
Fight for us.
Certainly Gabriel's pride and joy.
Unless you help us here, Anna, your little one won't be seeing Papa for a very long time.
Serving breakfast for two, Anna? You should have cleared up.
We really ought to take more time over the Packard, Phelps. Let's head back to the empty lot.
Why did he steal the car, Anna?
The customer insulted him. He has his honor, no?
Gabriel's been in trouble before. He left you here alone to answer for him, and you expect me to believe that his motive was honor?
Please don't yell at me. I've done nothing wrong.
I don't think this is going to help us. Seems irrelevant.
It looks like Valdez gets his wheel back. Diplomatic license plates. You're in serious trouble, Miss Rodriguez.
But Gabriel is not here. I have done nothing wrong.
Tell us the truth, Anna. Has Gabriel been here?
I haven't seen him for at least 3 nights.
You keep lying to me, and I'll send you and your baby to jail.
He lives here, but he hasn't come home. I swear it.
Enough, Anna. There are signs all over this place that he's been back.
He was here last night. I have never seen him so angry. He went out to his shed and put some things in it. I don't know what, and I don't want to know. I love him.
We found a license plate matching our stolen vehicle in the shed. Add in the assortment of parts, and we can make Gabriel for a dozen other thefts. It's time to get serious, Anna.
You must ask these questions of Gabriel. I know nothing of these car parts.
You're lying, Anna. I think you're a willing accomplice in these robberies.
What proof do you have that I stole the cars? You come into my house to insult and bully me? I have known many policia like you.
Gabriel wasn't at work. Where can we find him?
He said he would never go back. Gabriel is out driving around in his car.
If you don't tell me where he is right now, Anna, I'll put an APB out on him and ask them to shoot on sight.
Please, please don't kill him. I can't tell you anymore.
As soon as we corner Gabriel, we'll be back for you, Anna. You had your chance to cooperate. Let's get out of here, Phelps. Don't worry, I've got an idea. Never understood it. The more rotten the boyfriend, the more loyal the girl will be. She's going to warn him, Phelps. We need to follow her. That ought to do it. Now get back in close.
happens.
Never understood it. The more rotten the boyfriend, the more loyal the girl will be. She's going to warn him, Phelps. We need to follow her. On.
Don't put the siren on, you idiot!
Fuck! End of the line. Anna will warn Gabriel and they'll both go to ground. We can write this one off, Phelps.
Yeah. Sounds good. Go with you.
Never understood it. The more rotten the boyfriend, the more loyal the girl will be. She's going to warn him, Phelps. We need to follow her.
Stop. On.
Continue to respond.
What?
vicinity. Citizen reports at 415 at the corner of Banning and Santa Fe. Suspect vehicles engaged in illegal street racing. Units to handle code 3 identified.
There's the red Ford. That's Delgado right there.
Quick! They're getting away!
Phelps, 1247. Requesting assistance at 1st and Santa Fe. Reports of an illegal street race.
Stay on Delgado. He's getting away.
I'm gonna find you!
You're gonna lose him.
Delgado is our boy. Forget the others.
Come on.
Step on it, Phelps. Take him out.
You're gonna die, Garacho!
God damn it, Cole. Hold it steady. Come on, you're getting creamed by a kid in a red Ford.
Gabriel Delgado, you're under arrest for grand theft auto.
Fuck you, puto! You should speak to the maricon. Valdez, I showed him. Now who's the man? I should have burned his fucking car.
You got a foreign dignitary outed as a fruit and a kitty raper, a car dealer we're gonna let slide for the kickbacks, and a street punk car thief who sure as hell won't be taking liberties with other people's autos again anytime soon. That, Detective Phelps, is not a bad haul. You keep your chin low and your hands high, and you keep bringing me clearances just like that one. That's textbook policing, and we need more of it in this department.
Have any plans for weekend Liberty, Jack? My sisters have been working in Los Angeles in a bomber factory. They're coming down to visit. I'm meeting them at the station at 6. Good for you, Jack.
What, are they going
Are
to
they
come
cute?
on
My
kiss this,
sisters,
guys?
Attention! Final inspection before Liberty.
Good job, Kelso.
Hello, peoples.
Going somewhere, gentlemen? Full inspection. It had better be exceptional if any of you want Liberty this weekend.
What's up, Alcazar?
Kelso, this carbine. The bore is dirty. No, it isn't. Are you arguing with me, Kelso?
Do what you need to do, Sergeant. You know the bore's immaculate.
Weekend Liberty canceled. 2-day field drill.
Clean this rifle.
No.
Do you know the penalty for insubordination, Kelso? Jack, don't do it.
Forget him, Hank. He doesn't have what it takes.
Are you
Do
two
you know
finished?
the penalty for insubordination, Kelso?
Jack,
Are you going
don't
to
do
clean
it.
this
Forget him,
rifle?
Hank. He doesn't have what it takes.
Are you two finished?
No,
Penalty for
Sergeant.
insubordination, Kelso?
Cole's right.
Don't do it. Forget him, Hank.
I'm going to stop playing games and join a rifle company and fight the real enemy.
Insubordination, Kelso?
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Hey, you think those Vice boys get any on the side?
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
What the hell?
Looks like the DA is going to press charges. Anna Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She suffered enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make, and the DA likes convictions.
I'll convince him to let it go.
How do you do that?
I'll give him something.
Detectives, over here.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Thick as a white male named Lester Patterson. Walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there, and he ended up here. Dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar. Name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old. She left Kansas to follow the...
Phelps? I landed on his face and ended up here. The car must have struck him from behind. Patterson has life insurance. We can notify next of kin. What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers. Careful where you're stepping, Phelps. I don't come down to the station house and tap dance on your desk.
Body traveled a good 20 feet. A knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit-and-run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife. This blood is a long way from the body. Car must have been going like a bat out of hell. So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
Another day, another dollar.
I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Your name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
Courtney, come in. Have a seat.
Thanks, Doctor.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can, unfortunately, be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. We can review the root of the problem, and we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. How is it possible to medicate? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney.
He's all yours, Detective. Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs. To the window, people arguing.
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. Man and a woman, that's all.
Go on.
Then a third person, another man, got involved.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
You certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Phelps, badge. I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thanks for your help.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy?
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
You must have heard something.
Leroy plays his cards close to his chest.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm going to need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
Just when I think I've seen it all. You're behind the wheel.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see.
That's
so you
weird.
probably did well to
It's
stick it out
acting
this
strange.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about
She's
time
not
you
even crying.
I
Like
have
losing your
something
husband,
here,
that'd be sad. Like,
You're gonna have to run that one by us again.
but she's not even like crying.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Don't lie to me. Something was different this time.
You're clutching at straws. You married? The arguments are never any different.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
I thought Lester gambled all your money.
I made sure he didn't get his hands on it.
We're leaving, Lorna.
I think I'm gonna look on.
We'll be keeping an eye on you.
I think I'm gonna look around. Something's funny about this place.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through
Operator, give me dispatch.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
Putting you through
Operator, give me dispatch.
How could I help,
Cole Phelps,
detective?
badge 1247.
Messages, please.
Just one detective from the client. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Result of the Patterson autopsy.
Thanks, man.
Nope. I have a feeling that those two did it.
Can you drive to this one?
Because we did find the knife too. What's that knife? It's broken or something. Why would you carry a knife? It's like it's gonna be a small for a steak knife. Like it was too big. It's big enough. It's too big. Be like a steak for like eating your steak. a hot dog. You usually use like butter knife or small stick knife.
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him.
Run that
2
by me
puncture
again?
wounds to the right side of the thorax.
Victim was dead
Second
before the
puncture
car hit
reached
him.
his heart.
Run that by me again?
Kidding. Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death.
Long, sharp knife, length of a bayonet.
We found
I think I know what it is. I found a knife,
Where
yeah.
is it now? Was it bagged? By Patrolman Kaplan. Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get
Yep, that's where I found a knife. I
We
knew
have
it.
the knife,
I
we have the
knew it
coroner's
like,
report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
oh no. I knew it was a knife. I knew there was a knife there.
You can drive. Spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun
It
down.
wasn't me.
Leroy,
It was Leroy's idea.
if you do something
Leroy
stupid
stabbed him. I
now,
had nothing to
you
do
don't
with
stand a
it.
chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to
He's
give
in the
me up,
bedroom.
sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident. You have all the bases covered,
I had nothing to
baby.
do
You
with it.
think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him for God's sake.
It's too late, Sabo. Sabo, stop or I will shoot!
Help me.
No, I should have shot Todd.
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
Wait a gun, I respect. This guy had a gun, so I didn't have a choice, and he just kills one.
So, I give you a hit and run. You bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this stream, this afternoon's stream. Don't forget the like button. Super awesome is also up your new channel. For future video friends, follow me all social media. My name is Sam, also working, and I'll catch you later on.